Gentlemen, Butcher Wall Street here. I know you guys probably haven't seen me in a little while. Uh, I have to come back for a little bit for this one at least. AMC and GameStop have woken up, and it seems as if something serious is happening. As a matter of fact, Goldman Sachs, who had previously entered into an agreement with AMC Theaters, AMC Entertainment, sold off 100% of their puts on the company. Part of that agreement they had was to buy shares of the company. But before they did that, they were going to hedge with shorting. And all of their puts have been sold. That leaves only one possibility in my eyes. Well, several, but one likely possibility. That they need to go long. And it definitely appears as if that's what's happening. Let's take a peek here real quick, folks. What's going on? Quant, Maynard, Angel, Britt. Great to see you, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. What do we got here? AMC stock up 11% today with a nice little bounce. Here even up to 333 at 410. Yeah, it's not much. A lot of people are going to say, yeah, give me a call when it's up at 500%, when it's up 1,000%. That's totally cool. And I will. But for now, the fact that it's up 19% in a month really says a lot, considering it hasn't moved anywhere in the last 6 months. But I believe there's something happening here. Something's begun. GameStop, of course, right there along with it. Making almost the same move today, up about 10%. All in all, looking pretty good. GameStop up 8% in the past 5 days, 11% in the past month. But really, 46% in the past year as well. Not really much of a surprise. We all remember this. Just about this time last year when Roaring Kitty put out a couple posts. And, you know, some things, crazy things started happening. And as a matter of fact, in case you're unaware, today, we looked, some people in the think tank in our Discord checked, and it appears that Roaring Kitty has unfollowed Ryan Cohen, but of course continues to follow a lot of others, and all of his other posts still remain up. So it appears we are arriving at the Thanos snap, I'll do it myself situation. So that might be where we're at right about now. The fact that AMC has held above $3 and GameStop has held above $30 is really quite interesting, folks. Again, it's not a huge move, but every huge move that we've seen in these stocks so far has began, if you will, with a small but sustained movement upward. And that's not usually what we see on these stocks. There's so much manipulation on these stocks, GameStop, AMC, and other meme stocks. We'll call them meme stocks. Because of the amounts of manipulation, they're usually pushed back down via spoofing or other forms of manipulation, wash sales, etc., in order to crush the price under max pain. If you're unfamiliar with max pain, just know that AMC and GameStop have almost always settled at max pain whenever they're under control. But anytime they've exceeded max pain, it's been the beginnings of a bit of a gamma ramp. Now, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Angel asks, do you think they started to hedge or cover? Well, let's put it this way. Jane Street sold off all of their puts, all of their calls, and some of their shares. I believe that means that Jane Street does not need to hedge against their downside protection as much as they did before. Goldman Sachs sold off 100% of their puts, every single put that they had. That means at this point that they're probably going to be going long on these equities. And with the stock price moving like that, I'm not really entirely surprised. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Hey, Phil, I hope you're doing well, my friend. I'm sorry I haven't been around very much, you guys. Just a quick heads up. Phil here had surgery recently. I hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you're recovering. I personally was hospitalized and have been going through rehabilitation therapy, physical therapy, and all sorts of other things. after being rear-ended by a commercial vehicle being driven by an unlicensed driver who's also most likely an illegal alien and spoke worse English than my Mexican grandma, who has now been passed many years. Let's put it that way. But what I'm seeing right now on these stocks, again, AMC up 19% of the past month. And when did the beginning of the move really begin to happen? Right around the time, about 5-6 days ago, when Goldman Sachs sold off their positions. Sold off their puts, I should say. Again, they sold off 100% of their puts. And that is part of the deal that Goldman Sachs had with AMC and part of their issuance of shares there. Or should I say that Goldman Sachs, long story short, made a deal to help AMC sell shares. Let's put it that way. Angel, thank you very much. I'm glad you learned from me, my friend. If you learn from me, learn from this, my friend. You guys should really check out the Lit Exchange Reg C campaign. This is the first time in the history of the world that any upcoming stock or crypto broker has given you the opportunity to actually own equity in the company, to own shares in the company and receive those kinds of benefits. Go check it out. It's in my profile, or you just go to litexchange.com. Cheers, folks. Have a great rest of your day.